All right. It is episode 6 of the Under the Chin podcast. We just had the first week of UFC of 2025. I am Josh, joined here as always with Hector and Abe, aka the Crazy Bull. He is from Chicago, and I checked with Haas. We are allowed to say that.
Oh, right, right on.
To
What's up,
kick things,
guys?
what's up?
Feels like life's normal again.
Yes, yes, yeah. You know what? I take for granted being a UFC fan and an NFL fan. I mean, the offseason in the NFL, it's horrible. The months off, you're just waiting for football to come back, but it just seems like UFC, even though it's only 4 weeks, it just feels worse. It's just like these 4 weeks of just this limbo,
Nothing. Yeah,
mindless. Yeah, it's
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 nothing to
horrible.
do. It's kind of
But
crazy thinking we're six episodes in, man.
yeah,
Has,
isn't
has
that
our
weird?
following has our following grown at all? We got any some subs or no?
The last time I checked, I think we had 8 subscribers. Yeah, we're still there.
Eight,
Uh, th-
including us.
yeah, 8 including us. So we have 5
Five.
people that aren't us that are subscribed to the channel. The one thing, I hope they're real people, because if
You
they're
think
bots, that
bots?
sucks. But if
Are
it's
we getting
5
views
real,
though?
I mean, the last episode not doing so hot, but episode 4 got 45, which
Oh,
was yeah, that was more than episodes 2 and 3 combined. So we did something in episode 4 right. I don't know
I can't
what it
remember what we
was.
talked. Was that the casual episode?
I think it was. I think
Oh,
that was the
dude,
one.
hell yeah.
We
The
might have
what?
to the one where we didn't really talk about MMA as much. We kind
Oh,
of
the
just
Mexico one.
yeah, when you were in
Yeah.
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
was fun.
yeah, yeah. Once we really get into a rhythm of just knowing how to do something like this, I think we'll get more episodes like that. Just real diamonds in the rough that you find out. But to recap some of the favorite moments from the first week of 2025, um, a lot of our picks in terms of money line stuff hit. We had Aliev one. Um, who else? Oh, Jacoby Smith.
Yeah,
how can we not talk about this guy? I mean, we gassed him
incredible,
up quite a bit on the last episode. So we had a lot
incredible.
of our credibility riding on the line. But yeah,
Yeah.
Hector, you said it incredible. What did you see in that? I mean, for the 1 minute
Man,
and 13 seconds that it lasted.
just what we were talking about with your friend with Tanner, that wrestlers just have it's not that they have like really good hands. It's because the opponent is really worried about the takedown, so they're like they're not 100% ready to strike with a wrestler.
Hmm.
That's what makes them really hard to fight. And man, that was nasty, bro. That was nasty. I jumped over my fucking chair.
It
And
was
that
so
That's
was
quick.
that's actually very true, man. Because thinking back, you think too. I just seen a highlight the other day of this is off topic. Kamaru Usman and Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Masvidal is worried
perfect
about the
example.
takedown, and
Yeah,
he's sitting there just dropping his hands, waiting for the takedown. And here goes, boom! I think it was a left, caught him and put him out, dude. So,
nasty.
uh, if a wrestler has the power to put somebody out and they got some good boxing, man, they are dangerous. Um, it's definitely a good combination to have. I think we've got some of that with Bo Nickel, but um, TBD still. But yeah, man, what a fight how that one was. And how about C Rod, man?
Yeah, dude.
Man,
That's another one. He does it again. I mean, they might have to
it's
stop
4-0
feeding
now.
this guy undefeated prospects. He's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
taking their zeros.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
you,
derailing.
you almost just gotta put a stop to it. He was the only fight on the main card to go the distance. Hector, I remember when it was you and me on. We talked about if Christian Rodriguez won, it was likely going to be by decision, and that
Yeah.
ended up happening. But that was one of my main picks was Austin Bashi to finish the fight, and he just didn't. He had moments in the fight, but didn't really show he didn't show the hype. You know, Jacoby Smith came in, gets a 1 minute and 13-second knockout. He lives up to the hype. Austin Bashi, I think, based on his contender series performance, and he didn't get totally whopped. I think he has some room to grow. But when you feed him to Christian Rodriguez, what else do you think's going to happen? That guy eats zeros for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. But the fight before that, the fastest knockout on the card, Punhele Soriano, 31 seconds. I
Yeah,
mean, it was another one where I think was he the
I
underdog?
yeah, he was the underdog, and
Yeah.
yeah, we were picking the other guy, the
Yeah, we
Maric.
were. Yep.
Yeah, he showed up, man. He has power. I told you I told you that he had the power edge, but yeah, I just didn't see that outcome. But
Well, you did call Marco Tullio, who got a 3 minute and 4 second knockout over Potieria. That was an awesome fight. One of my legs got robbed. I mean, the leg where I had Chris Curtis and Roman Kopylov going the distance. Fight got stopped with 1 second left in the third round. And while Chris Curtis was going to lose the fight anyway, there was a little bit of a
yeah,
protest at the stoppage, and you could see why. I mean, he wasn't out cold, but things like that happen, and it's like I guess you'd rather have a decision loss on your record than a
right.
knockout loss. So, I get it at the same time, but man, for anybody who took that fight to go the distance, that was an absolute robbery of a pick. But the rightful winner won. It wasn't a
Yeah,
robbery in the sense of the wrong guy won. But the fight after that, I mean, come on. What a way to start the year. One of the most brutal knockouts. I mean, Cesar Almeida absolutely shut Abdulrazak
bro,
Al-Hassan's lights out. It was incredible.
that was fucking nuts, bro.
I mean,
Yeah, he was rocked. He got rocked like what 10 seconds before
yep.
he knocked them out, bro. That was nuts.
That's what we like to see, man.
Yeah,
Entertaining cards that are not supposed
yeah,
to be entertaining.
yes,
Right.
sir, yes, sir.
I
That
mean,
was it.
if somebody would have told you that every single fight on the main card except for one was going to go the distance, you would have been like, oh, okay, the main event. But we got to finish in the main event.
Surprised
Yeah,
us all. I think we all said decision, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
we were all pretty hard
Yeah.
on that.
yeah.
I think one of you, I think,
Oh, I said it was submission because
yeah,
McKenzie's
Yeah.
BJJ.
yeah. So you did, and I mean, with 4 seconds left in the fight, I mean, it's just another one of those where it's like, if I would have took those two fights to not go the distance, one fight ends with 1 second left, the other with 4 seconds left, man. That would have been a rough go. But any other fights you guys want to touch upon? I mean, normally I just go through all the finishes, but there were so many of them. Any other ones stand out to you guys?
I think it was a great card overall, man.
I
Great
agree.
card overall. Good job,
Yeah, it
the
was
UFC
great.
matchmakers, and hopefully we get more fight nights like this. Some fight nights are like complete fails and just boring to watch. Hopefully the matchmakers
Right.
keep putting up bangers like this, man.
Yeah,
Well,
another fight that stands out for me was the Thiago Moises and Trey Ogden fight.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was I think Thiago won the first round and Trey won the second round, and the third it was all Thiago's.
Mm,
But it was I like that fight because Trey was like clowning around a little bit, and at the end he fell to those leg kicks, man. I
yeah,
I like that fight.
those were some brutal leg kicks, and every
He's known for that, right?
what's up?
He's known for that
Yeah,
for those
yeah.
leg kicks now.
I
Yeah,
always I always tell people this, and I think I may have said this on like episode 1 or 2 or something like that, but I'll say it again. When to somebody who doesn't watch MMA, you might see somebody get kicked in the leg, and you don't really see a big reaction on the TV. Somebody gets hit in the face, they're gonna look like they just got hit in the face. Somebody gets kicked in the leg, it doesn't look like it hurts that bad. It doesn't seem like it hurts. But I always just think
yeah,
like, imagine getting kicked in the leg, especially by
It's
somebody who knows how to kick you in the leg.
I
I
can't
mean,
remember where I got this comparison from, but I think it might have been Cormier or something. If I've heard that the like when the shin to shin is like kicking your shin up against the corner of a wall.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
that goes right through me.
That's the craziest part. And I think any of us, you get kicked, we're just like, you know what I mean? You're
I'm
gonna
out for the
react.
count. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude. But these guys, they're so good with just masking their emotions and their pain, and they have to, because if they let it known that they're hurt,
right.
it's easy sights, easy targets there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really hurts. I remember I used to go to BFS with my brother. We were training there for a bit, and even with the shin pads on, I had this guy. He fights professionally now. He's from Milwaukee. I don't
E-Rock?
remember. I don't remember his name on top of my head. He's from a country from Africa, but he was kicking my leg so hard that I, even with the pads, man, the next day I couldn't even like put my
Like
whole my
like
body
calf
weight
kicks,
on
or
it.
what are we talking about?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yeah, it
dude,
was
that's
bad, bro.
brutal.
Yeah, that was even with the. I'm telling you, with the pads, with the shin
Yeah, the
guards,
shin guards. Yeah,
man, that shit hurt. And also like the legs, like up here, man. That's when I'm like, I'm too old for this, and I'm never gonna be in the UFC. So fuck this. I'll rather just run or lift weights.
Well,
that's fair.
so I was looking at UFC 311, and we got some bad news. A fight that we touched upon in a previous episode, Zachary Reese versus Cedric Dumas, is off.
Oh,
Zachary
God.
Reese stays on the card, and is now fighting a guy making his UFC debut, one Azamat Kingpin Bekoev, out of
Russian.
Russia. Yep. Guy
Yeah.
was a middleweight champion at LFA. He went 4-0 in LFA, defended his title twice. So won it, defended it twice, and is now making his UFC debut against Zachary Reese, replacing Cedric Dumas. I don't know what happened. I just saw that for the first time right now. Disappointing on one hand because Cedric Dumas is an exciting fighter, and I thought that was a really good matchup for both guys. But now it's going to be even more interesting. Zachary Reese having to prove himself again against a from what I understand. I mean, LFA in terms of lower organizations. It's you hear it all the time. You know, it's not just some throwaway scrub league that is in some random country in the wherever. You know, so he's probably fighting a decent level of competition. I think that's going to be an interesting fight. But we're going to have to
Yeah.
look into why Cedric Dumas is no longer on the card. Um,
Plus Russian. Plus he's a Russian. Like, when do you see a Russian that sucks?
you're right. Yeah.
They're just made to fight, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of Russians that don't suck, the first fight on the card, we have that Tagir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter fight we touched upon. I just want to go ahead and say, Clayton Carpenter, let me get the updated odds here. Clayton Carpenter, from what I saw, I think he was a plus 230. I know he's a plus 200 something. And I don't want people to think that I'm just blindly tailing this guy because he's undefeated. So right here, plus 250. And that's money line. So Clayton
That's good.
Carpenter, I like those odds. And he is 8-0. I'm not just tailing this guy just because he's undefeated. Every fight that I've seen him in, I've been impressed. And even the ones where he's had some adversity, the way he fights back and wins, I think that's going to be the difference in this first fight. So if you're looking for a straight money line to take, but you don't want to bet on a favorite, I think that is one of the highest value underdogs on the entire card. Unless Abe, do you have another value pick?
No, I think that's pretty good. I just don't see him winning. Tajir with Khabib and all those other people there, not a chance, man. It's a big time card. Obviously, big time pressure, but Tajir is a beast.
Yeah. They're
Who is?
old. They're all beasts. They're
Yeah,
all the daggies. They're
yeah,
fucking
dude. Father's
great,
plan,
man.
huh? Father's plan.
Yes. Plus, you gotta think that they're coming prepared for this fight
Oh, of
because
course, dude.
I mean you got two championship fights in that specific camp. This guy is gonna fucking and this guy is training with them. He's
Yep.
training for a championship fight. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Mentally, yeah.
yeah,
Tajir is anybody that trains at Eagle MMA
yeah.
is dangerous.
I just don't get why he's always the first fight of the night.
You got to work
Have
your
you
way
guys
up,
noticed
man.
that?
Yeah. Well, you got to work your way up. I mean, you got to work your way up, and you got to start it with a banger too. But
Yeah.
Tajir is usually, yeah, he's usually the opener. It's kind of weird. Because I mean he's exciting, but
Yeah.
obviously he's still got a lot to prove to move up in the card.
It just talks about how stacked this card is. Like
Hmm.
That too.
having an undefeated prospect versus a beast, opening up the first like the early prelims, bro.
Yeah, that's it's
I'm
definitely
so
good.
ready, man.
I would have much preferred Tony
I'm so
Ferguson be on
ready,
that
bro.
card, but yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be a
so
blast,
ready.
man.
Yeah. What about the next fight, the Ricky Turcios fight and Bernardo Sopai?
Ricky Turcios.
Yeah, so odds are pretty crazy on that one from what I remember. I'm pulling them up again right
Yeah.
now. What do we have here? Okay, so yeah, Ricky Tercios coming in at a plus 260, Bernardo Sopai minus 360. What warrants those odds? What do you guys see in that? Like why do you think such the odd disparity there?
Yeah, Sopai is really good. I remember watching the first fight. Obviously, at the end, he got finished by a nasty flying knee. I don't know if you
Uh,
guys remember.
oh yeah.
He fought Vinicius Oliveira, I
Mm-hmm.
think, from
Yep.
Brazil.
Yep.
But he was dominating the whole fight. He just like he took it on short notice, and I think he got out at the end. That's why
Yeah.
he got finished, and he didn't fight after that until now. So he took like a year off just to recover from that nasty knockout, and I think he's gonna win this fight. He fights out of All Star gym in Sweden.
Okay. Yep.
You know how those guys prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking him too. Side note,
Yeah,
isn't Ricky Turcios the one that went on that post-fight press conference and was like, you know what I mean? And he said that like a
yeah,
hundred times.
I think so. I remember him
yeah.
having like a viral moment like that.
Yeah, bro. Viral for
They,
the wrong thing. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he
getting KO'd.
he just lost to
Raul.
Chihuihuis. Yeah,
Yeah, Raul.
Chihuihuis.
Dude, that guy is going. He's starting to get cringe, man. With everything he's doing, he's got his own music video, and um, I
I
just
didn't
yeah,
even know about that. He has a music video.
you don't want to know about it.
Is it
It's
like is he singing in it or like
no, he's just dancing in it. He's doing his little weird creep walk
he's getting
across the
yeah,
screen.
he's getting like very big in Mexico, man.
Is he really?
Yeah, him and and Lazy Boy. They're
Well,
both like
yeah, Lazy Boy is of course popular. I mean, dude, I before this his appearance on the Sphere card
yeah.
and at watching his press conference before I even seen him fight, I said this guy is the man. I followed him and everything, dude. Just the way he talks, man. He just talks like a Mexican would, dude, and that's
Yeah.
for like us, it's pretty badass to see because you got like different dialects of Spanish, and you have like street Spanish, and then you have like
The
proper
accents,
Spanish.
right?
Yeah, the accents too, but
It's like the southern accent here.
yeah, and it's like Lazy Boy is like that dude is from the street, man. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's just bad. It's super cool to see, man.
Yeah, yeah. Plus
yeah.
he can fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can. He's got a good chin and he's a warrior. So I mean, he
Yeah.
lives up to that
Great
warrior, that Mexican warrior name.
great
So
grappler, man. I didn't know he was that good of a grappler. He showed in his last fight. He got
yep, he got rocked.
a little compromise and he came back and won that fight.
Yeah,
So
deserved,
hard.
much deserved, man. I can't wait to see him back in. I don't know what's taking him so long, but I think he needs to come back. He recently shaved his head. I don't know why. Uh,
Did he does he have a like fight schedule or something or not yet?
no,
Didn't he
No?
nothing.
just have
No.
a Nina interview?
No, that's old.
Yeah,
Is it old?
That was for the Sphere.
yeah,
Oh, okay. They must have just reposted it or something because I saw it like recently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she asked him what was
His favorite cuss word.
favorite, yeah,
Yeah.
English word,
Yeah.
and he
Yoy.
said, and I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Well,
but yeah.
if we're going through here, we got a big favorite on the early prelims. This Rinya Nakamura versus Muin Gafurov. I hate when I don't know how to pronounce the names.
Gaffarov.
Goffman,
Gafurov.
yeah.
Well, coming in, not
Japanese,
yeah, Nakamura Japanese. He is
undefeated.
coming in at a minus 480 favorite, massive favorite here. Not familiar with the other guy. Remember Nakamura? Let me see if this.
Tajikistan.
He's funny looking, bro.
Oh, okay, another one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who did he beat? Okay, so he's 1-2 in the UFC.
He's beat Vera.
Lost to Said Nurmagomedov and John Castaneda. He won his last fight against Kyung Ho Kang, who was 8-5 in the UFC. Um, yeah, nothing that I really recognize here. Mm. Well, yeah, so I guess what you have here is an undefeated prospect going up against the guy who's 1-2 in the UFC.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
guess that's where those odds comes from.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Nakamura, but he's undefeated for a reason, right?
Right, yeah. I remember who did he beat? Or does he have multiple fights in the UFC, or does he only
Vera.
have?
His last
He's
win was
3 and
Vera.
0. Okay, so he's 3 and 0 in the UFC. Beat Toshiomi Kazuma, beat Fernie Garcia, and then won his last fight against Carlos Vera in February of 2024. So almost a full year off for Nakamura, but he's back, and I'm looking at his Tapology page here. It looks like he was a wrestler. He's wearing his profile picture is him in like a wrestling singlet, looking like he just beat some guy from India. So, uh,
Tajikistan.
yeah,
Yeah, Gafurov is from Tajikistan, right?
Yep.
yeah, yep. His nickname is Tajik.
Well,
Nice.
that's just weird, huh?
Then we got Carol Rosa versus
Eileen.
Eileen
Eileen
Perez.
Perez.
Eileen
I
Perez
want to
all
see
day.
Eileen Perez winning so I
Punch
can
that
see that
money line.
celebration.
Yeah, punch that money line. Make your bank accounts great again.
All right, is that who do we got on the favorite here? Looks
Uh,
like
Carol Rosa is a 258 favorite. Eileen is a plus 210. So punch that Eileen Perez money line.
yeah, that seems like I mean I said in the last episode not to bet on WMMA, but that is not a bad pick.
She's on a roll, dude.
She is, yeah.
She's on a roll.
I like and I guess what is also worthy of mention is like if you are gonna bet on women's MMA, take the underdog, even though I said that and Fatima Klein absolutely destroyed Victoria Dudakova. So maybe
She's the
don't
one who slapped her coach, right?
yeah, yeah. She slapped her coach.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah.
Clay Guida gets slapped by his coach every time before the
Right,
octagon.
Yeah,
right,
but that's
yeah.
part of the show. This
Yeah,
girl looked mad
yeah,
as
she was
fuck.
mad.
Well,
Yeah,
I,
she was
I
mad.
I forget who said it, but like the commentators on the way in, they were like, and she said she wanted to wrestle this fight, like show like a well-rounded skill set or whatever. And I think it was like a meme on Instagram. It was like, why'd she slap her coaches? Like, this is the guy that told her to wrestle because she was trying the whole fight and just kept getting her ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, not what you want to see. But the fight after the women's fight, we got one that Abe you said you're including in your parlay. We got Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Grant
Ooh,
Dawson coming in at a minus 280. By the way, I'm on FanDuel. Abe, you said you're on DraftKings.
Exclusive partner of the UFC, my friend.
Okay, so there is going to be a little disparity with the odds here, but they're generally around the same. But yeah, Grant Dawson, decent favorite at a minus 280. So, Abe, what about those odds make you say, I want this guy?
I'm just a big fan of Grant Dawson, man.
Hmm.
It's not even the odds. I said Grant Dawson before I even knew the odds. Big fan of his fights. I like his style, and I think that he'll pull off the victory. I think I've only seen Diego fight once, and he won that fight. But
man,
other than yeah,
he just had a crazy fight with this Polish guy,
yeah,
or like really buff guy from
Rebecca, yeah,
ATT.
yeah, Rebecca.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
He won that fight. He took the O from that guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at Grant
Mateusz
Dawson.
Razvesky.
I'm looking at Grant Dawson here. I mean, 10-1 in the UFC. His only loss in the UFC coming to Bobby Green, aka King Green, with a 33-second knockout. I mean, I remember watching that one. It was like because everybody was writing off Bobby Green. Uh, and
Yep. Yeah,
he
I was one of them. I honestly
Yeah,
was one of them. I lost money on that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
bet you a lot of people did. But since then, has beaten Joe Selecki, who we just saw on the last card, and then beat Rafa Garcia in the second round in October of 2024. So, decent, not too long of a turnaround fighting Diego Ferreira. Yeah, I'm all in on Grant Dawson in this fight. I think you hate to call a win, for Bobby Green a fluke, but because it wasn't. I mean, he knocked him out cold.
Yeah,
But
anybody
Yeah.
at this or at this level, anybody can get knocked out cold.
right,
So
yeah. If they went the distance and Bobby Green wins the decision, then there's a conversation to be had. But
yeah.
right, it's puncher's chance. Anybody could get knocked out, especially 33 seconds in. So
Hmm.
I don't think that takes anything away from Grant Dawson. I think he's still one of the best in that division. So yeah, I'm all in on Grant Dawson for that fight. And then what else
I'm
we
gonna have to go with the opposite, man. Uh,
Okay, all right. I like
yeah,
when there's a little
uh,
controversy.
I like Diego. He only lost to the top dogs. He lost to Dariush. He lost to Poirier. He lost to Gamra. That's his most recent loss. And he lost to Gregor Gillespie. Remember that guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
Whatever
he
happened to
retired?
him?
What? Yeah,
What the
he was
hell?
good.
Yeah. What
I think
happened
he
to that guy?
retired. He retired after that Kevin Lee knockout, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I have no idea. I gotta let's see here. Gregor Gillespie. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I remember this guy. Let me see if I could the gift. So yeah, he had one loss. He got no, so he got knocked out by Kevin Lee and then beat Diego Ferreira, and then that was it. And that was in 2021.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that would have been the
Yeah.
only fight that I saw from Gregor Gillespie because the Kevin Lee knockout came in 2019. That was before I watched. So yeah, that Diego Ferreira fight would have been the only Gregor Gillespie fight that I saw. But yeah, lost to Gamrot, lost to Dariush, beat Anthony Pettis. That's a
Showtime.
good win to have on your record. Um, so where are we at here? Oh, okay. We're at Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Elikana. I think we got a debutant.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have a picture on like the Google like UFC setup thing, so it's likely he's making his debut. Yes. So
Who?
so his name is Billy Elikana. Elekana. He's
And he's the
7 and
favorite.
1.
He's
Uh
fighting on 311.
Yeah,
yes, yeah, he's fighting Bogdan Guskov. Let me see here. Nah, right
Oh,
here
I
he says he's the
see.
underdog.
I got favorite on the UFC website.
Well, I'm on
What?
Tapology right now, and it says he's a. Well, here, let me check FanDuel. Um. Oh, you know what? I don't think because they don't have the Zachary Reese fight because he got a new opponent on FanDuel, and they don't have the Goose Cobb fight. So I think because of the short
Yeah.
notice replacements, they don't have odds on it yet. But
Yeah, it just says canceled.
yeah, yeah. But on Tapology though, on Billy's page,
Yeah.
it says that he's the plus 245 underdog.
Okay, okay. He's fighting. Yeah, Goose Cup. Johnny Walker pulled out, right?
Yes, yeah, Johnny Walker. Yep, yep, yep. So this guy's coming in to replace Johnny Walker.
Dodged a
Disappointing.
bullet, man.
Yeah. I always hate like I don't want to see Johnny Walker lose like cuz he is an entertaining guy like on in and out of the octagon he's hilarious. So
Yes.
it's always nice to see Johnny Walker win, but yeah. Yeah, in this one I don't really have a dog in this race. With the odds where they're at, I don't really. I mean, yeah, you could say Bogdan Guskov to as the safe pick. He is the favorite. He does have the UFC experience, but sometimes these debutants can really impress. So you never
Yeah.
know what you're getting. I mean, he did fight in LFA, and he went 2-1 in LFA and 2-0 in PFL, which are two of the higher organizations outside of the UFC.
Where is he from?
He is from the United States of America. Uh,
USA.
Never heard of that place.
USA. The
he
lands of the
said it
free, the
says
kings of
fighting out
the
of Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't know if that's where he's originally from or if that's just where his gym's at, but
That's where his
yeah.
gym's at.
I'm looking here. He's 29 years old, middleweight, Team Uprising MMA. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, never heard
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Jim.
Well, all right. So we have another short notice replacement on the card. They're always fun to shake things up.
Yeah,
But after that, Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. What are we thinking?
Spivak.
We're going
Spivak.
Spivak. All right, I'm in. I'm in. Let's do it.
yeah,
I'm not a fan of Almeida. I watched his fight against was it Derek Lewis in Brazil,
yeah.
and
Mhm.
that might have been the worst fight I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well,
It was terrible.
how about him against who was it? Curtis Blades.
Curtis Blades, Chicago guy.
Yeah, I mean Curtis
Um,
Yeah.
Blades
and he
killed him.
won. Yeah.
He
I'm gonna take Spivak, and I think his last win it was against Tybura. So
Yeah,
I
not an
Yep,
actually,
easy task.
yep.
yeah, I
They were
actually
really good.
I had Tybura winning that fight, and he upset. So I'm gonna go Spivak with
Yeah,
they don't have odds for that, so I'm just gonna say with the upset because he's ranked 7 and Almeida's ranked 6th.
Well, let me help you out here. On FanDuel, we got Sergey Spivak coming in at a plus 310.
Oh,
Now
let's do
those
it,
are
baby.
odds I want to
uh,
Yeah,
see.
punch
Uh
that 310 line.
yeah, I
yeah,
like that. I like tailing a plus 310, especially at heavyweight. Sergey Spivak, his two most recent losses coming to Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall. I mean,
You're gonna lose
those
to those guys, man. Those are
right.
top level dudes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but other than that, has won. I think he has 10 wins in the UFC or eight. He's 8-4 in the UFC. But I mean, the Aspinall loss coming in 2021, the Cyril Gane loss coming in 2023. Um,
Both ended up being champions, so
right. Yeah.
that's respectable.
So now we move to a guy who has very quickly become a favorite of the show, a favorite of all three of us, Mr. Peyton Talbot, who originally started out as a minus 1100 favorite, but stop the presses. He has been bet up to a minus 1400 favorite. That means that people saw him at minus 1100 and said, you know what? I need that money line. And now we're sitting at minus 1400. Absolutely
Yeah.
crazy odds. What do you guys think about this fight? Are you betting on it? Are you staying away from it? You waiting for the
Uh
props?
Stay away from it, man. I'd go props because there's no way I'm gonna bet $1,100 to win or $1,400 to win $100.
Right. Yeah. So
Not a
I mean, it's a
chance.
it's a prohibitive. It's literally. I think that's
I
what they
mean,
call it. He's a prohibitive favorite.
you
Yeah.
can always add it to like
Yeah, like a parlay
parlay. Yeah,
yeah, and get like $2 extra. But I mean, say if it doesn't go well, I mean, you got Raoni Barcelos plus 700. I don't know. That dude looks like he's seen some stuff. I just don't see him getting past Peyton. But you never know, man. You honestly never know. We're in the UFC. There's been bigger upsets.
Right.
The Venezuelan Vixen
yeah.
upset at I think she was a plus 750 or something like that. So you never know. And yeah, but Peyton Talbot is going to win and win very decisively.
I just don't see that guy losing anytime soon.
Me either.
Unless that they matched him up against our boy Christian Rodriguez.
I
I'd like to
what,
see
what's
that.
what's crazy is that would be the one fight where I'd be kind of scared
Yeah,
for Peyton Talbot. I'm like, uh-oh, we
Yeah,
got the zero monster.
the hype train derailer.
Oh my God. Well, you know
yeah.
what? There are no props on the Peyton Talbot fight yet, but I'm thinking double chance on it. Whatever the double chance odds are, they're not going to be crazy. Like they're not going to be good as a standalone. But to throw it in a parlay, I mean, it's better than minus 1400.
Imagine a
So
fight between Peyton and Corey Sandhagen.
is that
Corey
Yeah,
Sandhagen and Peyton Talbot. This is not a rumored fight. This is a fight that's in my head.
right?
dream
Yeah,
fight.
speculative. Yeah, it's literally a dream fight. I mean, and I
Yeah,
couldn't think of a better fight for Peyton Talbot to punch his name into like the contenders, like like title contenders.
Oh, if you're
Uh,
fighting Corey Sandhagen,
guys,
you're in the contenders.
right, right.
guys, call me crazy, but I like my dream fight for Peyton will be none
Conor
other,
McGregor.
none other than O'Malley.
Oh, wow, that fight would, I mean, the hype
Both,
that that fight
yeah.
would
Yeah,
draw. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I think they're both like similar, like
They're
really
lanky,
tall,
man. Yeah, tall and
tall.
yeah.
lanky.
They're tall and skinny, and like really good striking. We don't know the grappling of Peyton that much, but
We know
we
Sean
we have seen Sean's grappling. It's not that great.
and yeah, he's getting
So
mauled.
yeah, that's my dream fight for Peyton, to be honest.
So,
It would happen
Plus,
eventually.
they kind of look alike, but one white, one
Different hair. Yeah, different color hair.
yeah.
so, I got some news on Victoria Dudakova and the slap situation. The man that she slapped was not only her coach, but that was her husband. So it
Well, that's
was
abuse. That's domestic abuse.
yeah, well, she said this is on Instagram. She posted a picture of them on what looks like a ski lift. She said emotions are a little off. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to my husband and coach. I was sorry that in such a difficult moment, whatever. All right, yeah. So that's
Now,
who it was. It wasn't just
you know, if that comes out, if she slaps him, that's because she does it.
yeah,
She
I
does
guess
it
if
at
you're willing
home
to
behind. Yeah,
I mean,
if you're
she's
willing to
Russian,
do it,
isn't she Russian?
she's Russian, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Russian guys, Russian girls. Bro,
there's no telling what goes on.
I think. For dinner, there's always a fist fight for dinner.
Yeah.
A little bit of vodka, and yeah, after that,
So here's a question. Um, I know we haven't. I'll just wait till we get to this fight. Go ahead. How long?
come
Okay.
on, man, get
Well,
it out of
yeah.
Carry
your
on.
chest.
No, it's
Get it
about
out of your
Armin.
chest,
It's
man.
about Armin and Islam. So I'll just wait till we
All
get to
right,
that fight.
all
Yeah.
right. So in that case, moving off of the Peyton Talbot fight,
Haven't
the now we're on the main card because I believe is Peyton Talbot, is
I
he the
think he's a
feature prelim?
closer.
Is that
Yeah,
the
I think he's a closer.
Yes, he is, and what a better spot. I mean that's exactly where he should be.
Yep.
Is the feature prelim the guy who's gonna sell the main card for people who are on the fence. But the fight after that, we have Kevin Holland versus Renier de Ridder. Guys on FanDuel, that is an even split, right down the middle, minus 113 for both guys. Says a lot about Renier de Ridder that he's pulling those kind of odds against a veteran like Kevin Holland. Who do we have in that one? Because it is a toss up.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on a parlay, but I'm definitely Rainier. I do believe he's going to win, but it doesn't help me to add him to my parlay. So I think
Right.
he
Yeah.
wins, and I think I'm going to go on a wild one and say by submission.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have props on this one? We do. So, Renier de Ridder by submission will net you plus 300. Not
I think,
bad.
I think he gets. Kevin's really good on the ground. We've seen it time and time again, but after seeing him get ragdolled, um, who did he just last fight? Hamzat?
Chimaev ragdolled him, but I can't remember. No, well, no, he got hurt in his last fight. It wasn't against Chimaev. It was against,
Yeah, he popped a rib or something,
yeah,
didn't
something with
he?
his
Yeah.
ribs. Who was that? Who did he fight?
Well, let me look.
yeah.
Uh,
It was Roman
Roman
Dolidze.
Dolidze, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got submission for Renier. I think he's gonna surprise Holland, and Holland will be talking to him while he's getting submitted. So
Yep, in all likelihood. How about you, Hector? Who do we got in that one?
Yeah, same. Yeah,
Uh,
I have seen RDR. He's huge.
mm,
He's huge, and I haven't met Kevin in person, but I don't think he's bigger than RDR.
I don't
I'm
think
telling
so.
you, he's tall as fuck.
Yeah,
well, I don't have a pick in this fight. I would if I was, I would tail you guys, just because. But I got to throw it out there. Kevin Holland, fan favorite. I want to see him win. But if Renier de Ridder wins, hey, it's impressive. Consider me a fan. But Kevin Holland's just so much of a fan favorite that I just want to see him win for that reason. And having his last fight be a loss due to injury, it's just you hate to see that. So it'd be cool to see him get back on the horse here. But yeah, I mean, if I'm taking a pick though, I'd probably tail you guys on that just for the fun of it. But the next fight, I know you guys got picks for because both of you are going with Money Moicano in this fight
Money
against
man.
Beneil
Money
Dariush.
man.
And I don't disagree. I'm taking Moicano in that. Let's check the odds. We got Moicano minus 184. That sweet spot where it's the
Yeah.
favorite, but it's not too crazy. Looking at some finishing or method of victory props, Moicano by points plus 230, Moicano by KO plus 390, and Moicano by submission plus 460.
I'll punch that KO at 390 for
That's
Money
I
Man
am
great
Moicano.
odds.
I
Yeah,
am a little bit in doubt, guys. Have you guys watched the Invaded? I think it's the
yep.
first or the second one,
First one.
and Darius looks in excellent condition, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
but
s-
that
you
means nothing.
you hear. It means a lot. Like
Michael Chandler.
nah, like if you compare his physique to his last fight,
Yeah,
like it's not the same. Like
yeah,
and last time he fought Arman, didn't he? When he lost via
yeah.
KO.
Before that
So
was
see, he probably doesn't
DuBronx
want
by KO.
he doesn't want to fucking lose another fight. He doesn't
Yeah,
want
but
to.
he's already said that after if he loses his fight, he's retired. So when you get that creeping in your mind, it's pretty much the
Right.
end. So
You
that's
put a lot of
why,
pressure on yourself, right?
yeah. So that's why I'm pretty confident with Moicano by KO. I think, um, if I'm not mistaken, like we just said, Dariush has been KO'd his last two fights. So why
Yeah,
not make it a third? Yeah,
his chin has always been iffy.
yeah, yeah, it has. In the past, he's rallied past it though, but I don't see that happening anymore. Moicano's just too good to just let him just get away if he's hurt. Uh,
Yeah. Guys,
Moicano.
I'm saying I'm calling it right now. I think that's gonna be fight of the night.
He
Like
definitely has
like
the makings for it.
analyzing both guys, they're both like Daniil has a power edge, and Renato has the length. But if it goes to the ground, like they're both good as fuck. Like Benio
Yeah,
out grappled Arman. No, I mean Gamrot.
Mm.
yeah, yep. I do remember that one. I lost money on that one too.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I think Moicano on the ground is. I can't get the image of him with like a pop shoulder whooping on whoever that was on the ground. I can't remember who we last fought, but um, literally just
Moicano.
going, yeah.
He
That
fought
was
the guy from
Benoit
France.
Saint-Denis.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go, dude. Put a whooping on Saint Denis
yeah.
is just wild. With a, I don't know. It was confirmed that his shoulder was popped out of socket or something like
Pretty
that, right?
sure. I know
Who's
he had an injury.
Yeah, and
Moicanos?
yeah,
Moicano,
Moicano,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because the second round he lost the second round.
yeah.
Moicano had a great 2024. I'm looking at right here.
Dude, that's
Beat
what I'm saying.
Drew
Show
Dober
him the
by
Yeah,
money.
decision, knocked out Jalen Turner in the second round, knocked out Benoit Saint-Denis in the second round. Well, no, now hold on here. Hold on a second. Round two, 5 minutes. That means it ended after the bell. That means like they waved it off between rounds.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a
yeah,
So
doctor's
was it
stoppage.
was it
yeah.
Doctor's stoppage.
Benoit with the shoulder? What happened?
No, no, no. It was
It was
uh
just
I forget.
damage,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
damage
Oh
damage.
yeah,
But
from
yeah.
the
Okay,
first
okay,
round.
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because
Moicano
the
won.
first round.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
it
first
was the
round.
first round. Yeah,
He
I
took
remember.
him down.
Yeah,
He took him
He was
down
yeah,
sitting
and
there
he
just
shot
bam,
him.
bam, 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 bam. Yeah, he was giving
yeah.
it
Yeah,
to him, man. So
that's what
what's
you
that?
want to see, right? With a
Yeah,
grappler.
yeah, dude.
Can we agree on that?
Plus 390. Let's punch that money line. Or that
Can we agree on that? That we want to see grapplers actually cause some damage because
oh yeah.
they just want to
They want to
hold
grapple.
hold people down and control. But this
Hug
guy
legs, yeah.
is beating the shit out of them on the floor. That's what we would like. That's what we like to see.
Fan favorite. Heck yeah,
Yes.
Money,
dude.
money man Moicano.
Money Man Moicano.
I call it right now. Fight of the night. Watch.
Hey, what is he? Is he where is
Lightweight.
Argentina? No, but I'm saying
No,
Oh,
Brazilian.
Brazilian. Yeah.
he, damn, bro, he's not. I did not think he was Brazilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has,
Brazilian. Show him the money.
he has a pod
Yeah.
with Gilbert Burns.
Dilbert. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, moving on to the third bout. Yuri Prohaska, Jamal Hill, two former champions going at it in what easily could be a main event, but it's not for a belt, so it's not a main event on this card. Yuri Prohaska, Jamal Hill. Who do we got?
I think this pod is very biased because none of us like Jamal Hill.
Well, now hold on, hold on. I don't want to say I don't like Jamal Hill. I don't want
You
to
don't
say
like
that.
Jamal Hill.
No,
Yeah.
when
That's personal, but we cannot deny that he's a really good fighter.
right, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That being
But
said, Yuri Prohaska.
okay, before I go on my little rant about why I like Jamal Hill, let me just get this out of the way. I'm also picking Yuri, but that is not to say that I don't like Jamal Hill. When Jamal Hill became the champion, I was enthralled. I'm like, this guy's awesome. First Contender Series champion. And me being such a big fan of the Contender Series being the thing that introduced me to MMA, seeing a guy become the champion, the first guy to become champion off that show, it was like a magnanimous moment. So I was all about Jamal Hill. But then, as I said on one of the previous episodes, he does himself no favors in the public relations realm, and it's just something that, as a fan, some of the things he says, some of the things he does, you can't co-sign. I am a fan of Jamal Hill. Like normally I want to see him win. If he wins this fight, crazy knockout, I'm gonna be jumping up and down. I'm gonna be excited for him. I'm not gonna be disappointed. But I just think at the same time though, he's cultivating the heel persona. And it works for people. It worked for Colby. I mean, but it's a sacrifice. You have to make a lot of people not like you. But
I don't think he's being a heel on purpose, so it's a problem. I think that's just his personality.
right, yeah, there is there is that possibility. But yeah, no, I got Yuri in this fight. I think he's a dog. Not to say that he can't get knocked out. Jamal Hill got crazy power, but Yuri's a dog. Hector, who do you
Yeah.
got?
I mean, yeah, I got Jerry, but now that I'm thinking about like the future possible scenarios, like who wants to see Jerry versus Poatan 3? I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. I would rather see Jamal Hill
Get
rematch
knocked out. Yeah.
Poatan getting knocked up. Nah.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah,
Ankalaev.
Yeah, I also want to see Ankalaev fight Well, Poatan, I think he posted it. Posted it. Poatan posted it. All right. Poatan posted it. That he has news coming this week. So hopefully we get a fight announcement. Hopefully he was just trolling when he said it wasn't Ankalaev.
Yeah, if he doesn't fight him, I'm with Hector on this one. He's ducking. So
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things. I don't see why he would do that. I don't see why he would
wrestling,
duck. Yeah, I
wrestling,
guess I guess so, but
Dagestan, wrestling.
but I think it's gonna be Ankalaev because you see Poatan training with the Caio Borraio guy.
yeah,
He's really good
Ah,
grappler.
you're right.
Down there at the what's the name of that
fighting
gym?
nerds.
Fighting Nerds.
Yeah,
We have seen the work those guys put on, and
absolute killers.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Kyle's a beast.
yeah, I think Pereira will be okay if he takes a fight.
No,
Plus,
like
he has the leg kicks. We have seen that might be Ankalaev's kryptonite.
Hmm.
So yeah,
it
I
is his
think
kryptonite. Look at what happened with him and Polish Power,
yeah,
Blachowicz.
yeah. I think he will take the fight, and
That
and
was
and I believe he's gonna win.
by
Honestly,
knockout.
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
I think so.
Remind me after we talk about the main event for 311. I want to touch upon the middleweight title picture. I have a map, and I think it's what we're gonna see.
The War
Uh,
Room. I love it.
yeah. I think I've nailed down the middleweight title picture. So before we get into that, we have the co-main event: Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. If we're looking at odds here, oh, forgot to mention, Jamal Hill and Yuri Prohaska. The odds are almost split. Yuri Prohaska coming in, there. So he's the slight, very slight underdog at. It is an underdog at a minus 108. Jamal Hill coming in at a minus 118. So he is technically the favorite, but they're both at minus odds. And whenever you see that, you know that it's a pretty evenly matched fight. The only more even it gets is when Kevin Holland and René de Ridder at minus 113 each. So
Yeah.
uh, books are pretty split on Jamal Hill and Yuri, with Yuri being the slight, very slight underdog. So I guess we'll see how that goes down. But the odds in the co-main event, Marab, the champion, coming in at a plus 240 underdog. Umar Nurmagomedov, the challenger, minus 330. What do we got in this one, fellas?
I got Umar. I think Marab is a great like freestyle wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's very very good on the ground, obviously. I think Umar's got better hands, better boxing,
Picks.
better kicks. All around, I think that I think he's quicker than Marab, and I think he will definitely stun Marab. And I think that will be the end of it right there. Because once Marab realizes, like, oh damn. Well, I think
Yeah,
honestly, I think
yeah,
Marab knows.
he's not gonna out grapple Umar. Let's
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah, no, not a chance. But
Not a
it's
chance.
gonna be on the feet. But I think we all know that Marab didn't want this fight.
Yeah,
Because
the
he
way he
knew,
acts.
yeah, he knew how much of a threat Umar is. So I think that
Yeah,
he is the new champion at bantamweight.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, Marav with all that. Oh, who you beat
yeah,
to
yeah,
deserve this fight? I
yeah,
mean, he just beat Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
What else do you
pretty.
want, bro? What else do
Yeah,
you want? That's like
yeah. He
the
beat
dark
him
horse of the
well
division, you
too,
know?
man. Yeah, he very decisive victory too. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah. I don't see Marav winning this one.
but if he does, I think it's time we give him his credit. But I just don't see it happening.
I mean, Marav is. I think he's great. He's the
I think he's the second best in the division behind
exactly,
Umar. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Like I don't see nobody beating Marav other than Umar.
And Peyton Talbot.
Ah,
Yeah,
no, I don't even see it happening until I
yeah,
see Peyton's wrestling and because for all you know, it's the same as O'Malley,
Mhm.
and he just gets complete dominated on the ground. So
Right.
um,
yeah.
TBD
Let's
on
see.
that one, but
Let's see.
Umar is
Let's
and
see.
new.
Yeah,
So just to give a little bit of credence here, now I'm not trying to put anybody down, but outside of Corey Sandhagen, Umar's opponents, not a lot of big names.
I
Not
agree.
a,
yeah.
you
Because
know,
nobody wants to fight him.
right, and that's a major part of it. And
Yeah,
what we can't deny is Corey Sandhagen is Corey Sandhagen, and that is his most recent fight. So
yeah,
that is that alone. Championship
yeah.
caliber fighters, both of these guys. But
Don't forget.
Marab
Don't.
Marab does have somewhat, like, I could see where he's coming from. Outside of Corey Sandhagen, there aren't a lot of convincing names that say this guy needs a title fight. Now,
100%.
but yeah, so
Here,
Corey
don't,
Sandhagen punches that ticket though.
If
don't
his
forget.
last name wasn't Nurmagomedov, he wouldn't be
Don't
fighting for the
forget.
title.
Yeah.
Don't forget when Corey took the fight, everybody was praising him like he had the biggest balls of the world.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he didn't have to take it. The Umar was unranked,
Hmm.
No, he was like 13, 14, right?
so he was
Way
ranked.
lower than him.
But
Yeah, yeah,
Sandhagen was
yeah.
what, three?
But nobody wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why everybody was praising Corey.
Sandhagen. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how you
Everybody
become a
was
company
saying,
man.
"Oh, yeah, that's that's a badass move by Corey and this and that. Why? Because they knew why. Because Umar, nobody wanted to fight Umar.
Yeah. Corey's such a badass dude. I remember watching him early on in my fandom, thinking this guy's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast, man.
He's
Yeah,
just one of
and
those, man, that
I think the same thing happened to Islam because nobody wanted like in the top 10. Remember, nobody wanted to fight
yep,
him.
Yeah.
Like he fought
literally, yeah, he
before
had
he won the,
nobody.
the before he won the championship. Who he fought? He fought who was it? I think it was Bobby
He
Green. Who? No.
submitted no, I think he fought Drew Dober. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
He fought Drew Dober.
Yeah,
I think Drew
like
Dober was
not
Yeah.
before
big
Bobby Green.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you think about it.
he submitted Dober with a Kimura, I think.
Oh no, he
Yeah,
fought Dan Hooker too. Dan Hooker was the Kimura, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Dan
yeah,
Hooker was a Kimura. Okay,
Yep.
never mind then.
yeah.
Uh
Dober was like an
yeah,
arm
or
head
yeah, it
triangle.
was something. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, totally
Headed him.
absolutely right. Because nobody wanted to fight Islam. Nobody wants to
Yeah,
fight Umar.
like
Very good point. But
I'm
yeah, I
I'm
think
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Islam didn't beat any top five before getting the shot. I
Yeah.
think it was ranked number 6 when he got the shot.
yeah, oh, 100%
Mhm.
because I remember this for a
Yeah,
fact because I was looking at it and then I was like, that's why I dropped $100 on Dubronx because I was like, he hasn't fought anybody that Dubronx has.
Right.
And
yeah,
then you get in there and he drops Charles and immediately jumps on him and just embarrasses everybody and Dubronx and it just didn't go well. But
yeah,
yeah, it was just sad to see.
yeah. I knew
Well,
that was gonna happen, but it's just styles, you know.
Styles make fights, as my boy
Yeah.
Hector says.
allow me to be the contrarian here. I'm gonna go Marab in the fight.
All
I
right,
think.
you can lie to yourself, don't lie to us, man. Who you got?
All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm
Man,
still going with Marab. You heard
if you
me.
had
I'm
$1,000,
doubling down. I'm doubling down on Marab.
yeah,
I'm going in. I'm all in now.
Why Marab?
Why
wow,
Marab? Because you guys said Umar. That's why.
Oh man, okay, all
I said
right,
I'm being the contrarian, but
okay, that's
not.
fair.
But it'll just be I want to see him win. It's one of those where it's like I don't really have any motivation to want to see Umar win. I mean, he's undefeated, part of the Nurmagomedov tree. But Marab, I mean, fight wise, wasn't the most entertaining thing against O'Malley. But he's a character. I like him as a human. You know,
Yep,
as all things considered, the character that he is. So yeah, there are multiple reasons. A lot of it is bias of me just wanting to see him win. I wouldn't go and say bet on him to win. I wouldn't say throw him in a parlay. But I'm going with him. I'm going with Marab.
that's fair.
Um, hopefully he can defend
Umar,
that belt.
yeah, Umar is entertaining. He's
Yeah.
not like a typical wrestler from Dagestan. Dude, his kicks are quick,
Mm.
yeah.
like lightning fast, man. So I look forward to that, and I look forward to the main event because, actually, go ahead. We'll
Oh
continue the
yeah.
show. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, the main event, Islam Makhachev, Arman Sarukian, Islam, the champion, the pound for pound #1 fighter on the entire earth, is coming in at a minus 430 favorite. Arman Sarukian plus 300. Famously, we know Arman Sarukian giving Islam his toughest test in the
On short
UFC.
notice. On
On
short
sh
notice.
Right,
Yep.
right. So after what, 6 years of both guys developing, I think it was 2019. After 6 years or almost 6 years, we have two completely different guys, and two of the best in the world. I said after Islam subbed Oliveira, I said I'm never doubting this guy again. Um, but in this, and then when he went up against Volk, I doubted him. Then he won. Then he got the rematch against Volk. I said, "Oh, Volk's gonna get him this time." And then he knocked Volk out. And then Poirier comes in, and I'm like, I'm not doubting Islam. Islam's got this guy. I love Poirier, awesome fan favorite, but he's got him in. He did. And now in this one, I'm torn again because on one hand, Islam's the #1 pound for pound guy in the world. You don't earn that being a scrub. But Arman he and again, a lot of people cite that first fight, but that was quite a while ago. And who knows where both of them are at compared to one another. Obviously the books are leaning towards Islam. Do you guys have any surprise picks? Are either of you going with Armin in this one?
I
I
don't think
think I'll let Hector go first.
I give him the puncher's chance, but other than that, I don't think he has a chance. We have seen him gas in the past, and this is a 5 round fight. So plus Charles almost got him. Um, yeah, I don't see him winning unless like a lucky punch, not a lucky punch, but I give him the puncher's chance, but I'll lean towards Islam to be honest.
My heart is wanting Armin to win. Sarukian's a beast, but if I had to put money on it, it's Islam. But um, if you watch the fight between Islam and Sarukian, the first one, very close. Armin, I believe, was the first one to take Islam down
Hmm.
and hold him. So I think that says a lot, especially for Sarukian coming off the couch and on short notice uh, against a guy that's been in training camp. So I think with a full camp um, tailored to Islam, I think that he can do something. I think that Islam, don't hate me for this. I think he looked a little sloppy against Poirier in his last fight. Um, he was listen, Poirier is great, right? But Islam is supposed to be levels above everybody. And it just didn't seem like he was on his game. The last fight, um, he was just wrestling what didn't look very good. Um, and you can't have a night like that against Sarukian.
Yeah, he's
Obviously, yeah. Like
he's gonna be coming in.
obviously Islam is known for his wrestling.
Mm.
But he's got hands too, and so does Armin. So the only thing that is really for me that is kind of like dang is like Hector said, he almost lost to Charles. Look at what Islam did to Charles.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
So
mean
Yeah.
MMA math don't work, but yeah, I just don't see him winning to be honest. I just don't.
Islam's
Well,
just is that dominant of a champion.
Yeah,
right.
plus
Yeah.
he's saying that he doesn't need to fight, that he's a millionaire and this and that. I think those are just excuses already.
Well, I'll spit it like this. I already said I'm not doubting Islam in this one. I'm going in expecting him to win. Not gonna bet. Odds are too high for me. Well, actually, let's check the props here. Let's see. Islam by points boosts it to a plus 115. Islam by sub plus 300.
What? That shows you how good Sarukian is on the ground.
Right. Holy shit. And then Islam by KO plus 600.
Those
So
are good props right there
those are
because
very good
um
props.
the thing I don't know, man. Sarukian has been in some wars, but I just can't see him get like I can't see him get finished.
Well, how about this? Islam Makhachev to finish the fight, KO or sub, plus 165. I mean, from a minus 430 to that, I mean that I like that. I would take that. And I will say this also to wrap up our breakdown of the card. If Armin Sarukian wins, I'm going to celebrate by watching The Color of Pomegranates, which is the one and only Armenian film that I've ever
I was
seen.
gonna say,
So
what is that?
it's like a surrealist biopic about this Armenian poet from like crazy long time ago. Um, but it's a fantastic film, and what a better time to watch it than after seeing, if it happens, the UFC's first Armenian champion. So I think
So
it'll be a
he's
cool way to
Armenian.
celebrate. Yeah.
So
He was born in Georgia.
Russian. I thought he was Russian.
He was born in Georgia. He grew up in Armenia, and he went to Russia at a young age.
So
funny.
Yeah. So crazy thing is, can him and Islam communicate,
Yeah,
or is
he speaks fluent.
Dagestan?
He speaks fluent Russian.
So Habib and all that, they speak Russian, or do they speak a different
I
like is
think
it
they have their own language too,
language?
but they mostly they speak Russian.
Oh yeah, they're yeah. Okay, that was a stupid question, but I look forward to the press conference. I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Um, I like Islam's kind of like he's he's a trash talker, and I like that because you don't get that with Dagestanis in the
Yeah.
UFC. They're very humble, and Islam is actually he'll treat you if you come at him the wrong way, which is pretty funny to see.
Hmm.
Um, should be a good one, man. I'm excited for it. I can't wait, and man, I just hope that all our picks hit and we can all buy a mansion together and live on separate wings.
And by Zoom Premium.
Yeah, premium. And we don't have to keep pausing these, huh?
Plus, the most important thing, bro, we're going there live, watching the fights.
Woo! We're getting tacos.
Josh,
Not
oh
me.
man, I'm gonna take you to the best.
No, I'm gonna take you to the best.
No, man, it's only 5 minutes away, not even 5 minutes away from the Intuit Dome.
It is.
Yeah, it's really close to the place. So before going to the arena, we gotta hit the tacos. Man, you're gonna love them. You're gonna love them.
They got suadero right there.
They got a whole bunch of guisados. So
You quiero
yeah,
suadero.
no, bro. You're not gonna regret it. I promise you.
Well, I have a very limited amount of time, but I'm going to try to rip this as quick as possible. My
All right.
predictions for the middleweight division. Here's what we got. We got Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. I think Israel Adesanya wins that fight. We have DDP versus Sean Strickland. I think DDP wins that fight. Then I see Israel Adesanya rematching Sean Strickland. Izzy beats Sean Strickland. Then we have Kyle Bahayo fighting Nasruddin Imavov. Kyle Bahayo wins that fight. Then we have Israel Adesanya versus Kyle Bahayo for the middleweight title eliminator.
And what do you do with Kamsa?
Oh yeah, dude.
Ah, I
Yeah,
forgot an
Bro,
important piece of the puzzle.
bro,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm losing it.
you forgot the number one contender.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kamzat doesn't fight too often, man.
Right, yeah,
That's the
he
problem.
fights once every 3 years, so
Yeah.
I guess I
He's
counted him
fighting.
out there. All right,
He's
let's see
fighting
if I,
for the belt
okay, so
next.
he's gonna fight the one. So he's gonna fight DDP. DDP. I think no. You know what? We'll figure this out next time. But with the limited time that I have
Right.
left, I'm gonna say this: Hamzat Chimaev loses to Dricus Du Plessis.
No,
Hammer
what?
down, hammer it, hammer
No,
down.
no,
Hamzat
I agree.
Chimaev
I agree.
loses to Dricus Du Plessis.
how?
I agree.
In what world?
In
I
this
agree.
world, the only world
No,
that
dude.
exists, this
Dude,
one.
Dreykus fights sloppy, dude.
Yeah, but
That's
he's a
exactly
fucking
why he's
tank.
gonna win.
Nah, dude. But so is
He's
Hamza.
yeah, but he
Well,
has no gas tank, bro.
now we have a great conversation for episode 7. I'm excited to get down to this. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. We're on episode 6. This has been so fun. Guys, we'll see you next week.